Um, Good afternoon, my YouTube viewers. It is Crystal. I'm here because I wanted to make another video. And what I'm doing is I'm making a frequency distribution table using Google Sheets. I would have liked to have done it with Excel, but the thing about Excel is I would have to use my Xbox recorder, and my Xbox recorder isn't recording very well. It's really noisy and all that other stuff. It's really, my computer's getting old and everything, and it's time for a new computer, but I'm going to use it as long as I possibly can. And as a result of that, I'm having to use an online screen recorder. And so that's what I'm doing. And so I can only do a tab of my Google Chrome or my AVG player. I can't do it on Excel, and as a result of that, I have to do it in Google Sheets. But Google Sheets is quite similar to Excel, so I'm sure that if you can do a frequency distribution in Google Sheets, you can also do a frequency distribution in Excel. In fact, Excel has more functionality than Google Sheets is. And the reason why is because you have to pay to use Excel, whereas you can use Google Sheets for free. So here we are in Google Sheets. So what we're going to do is we're going to make the frequency distribution table, and we're going to do that using the pivot table. You need to know how to make a frequency distribution table if you are studying statistics. And you have two types of frequency distribution tables. They're grouped and ungrouped. So the type of frequency distribution table that we're going to be doing in this example is going to be an ungrouped frequency distribution table. So the first thing that we want to do is we want to block out or highlight our data. And the data that we have highlighted is name and team. And it is it is names that I've just made up. Donald Duck, Mickey Mouse, Miss Piggy, Kermit the Frog. They're all fictional names, so I'm not using anybody else's names. And then we're using team because where I work with my employment, you have teams, and the teams are colored teams. They're not the same colored teams that I've used in this example, but it's just an example of team. And then, like, I have to separate all of the individuals into a team. And obviously, I can't say what teams they are because that would be violating confidentiality. But I sort of like use the same format with a made up name and a made up team. And so what we're going to do now that we have highlighted our names and our teams, we're going to go into Insert, and we're going to say Pivot Table. And it says Newest Sheet, and I'm going to say Existing Sheet. And I'm going to say C2. I could say C1. C1, create. So, and then what happens is you get something that you're going to work with. So it says count each name for each team, count each team for each team, count each name for each team name. I'm going to say count each name for each team. So there you go. There you have it. You have your frequency distribution table. You have 4 people in black, 3 people in green, 4 people in pink, and 4 people in yellow. And you have a total of 15 names. And I will say that on Excel, and what we're going to do also is we're going to highlight the team and the name. And we're going to create a chart. So we're going to say insert chart, and then it tells you what type of chart do you want. It asks you what type of chart do you want. Do you want a pie chart or a vertical bar chart or a horizontal bar chart? But I will just keep it on I will just keep it here. And then, no, I messed that up, didn't I? So we'll go to pivot time. So I'll just keep it here. So now you've got a chart. So you've got count A of name, and then you've got the pie, you've got the 4 pieces of pie, and so the green, which had only 3 names in it, was 20%, and the remaining 3 teams, which had 4 names in it, was 26.7%, giving you a total. So now what we've showed you how to do is we've showed you, I didn't, you should be able to enter the data, but I showed you how to make a frequency distribution from a team and a name. And I showed you how to make a chart, and you can have a pie chart or a bar chart. And I will say that if you were using Excel, because you should be able to do this with Excel, because Excel has pretty much the same commands, and Excel actually has more functionality. You would be able to do a pivot. So let's say edit the chart. Let's edit the chart. So it says label, value, let's see. It says value, we'll say remove. Oh no, what we'll do is and it says switch rows, columns. We're not going to worry about that. Use one row as header, use column C as labels. We can't use column C as labels because we've got column A and column B. Let's try this. So try that. So what we'll do is we'll try this again. Edit the chart, delete the chart, publish the chart, copy the chart, edit the chart. It says label is your team and value is your count A of name. So we'll just leave it like that. And if you decide to make a frequency distribution in Excel, it has more capability than Google Sheets, because as I said before, Google Sheets is free, whereas Excel, you have to pay for it. And I use Excel at work, and so, but unfortunately, I couldn't do this because of the limitations of my personal computer on Excel, which is why I'm doing it on Google Sheets. But Google Sheets and Excel are similar. And so if you can do it on Google Sheets, you can do it on Excel. And then you can also make a pivot chart in Excel. But I think that it's easier. It has more choice if you use just insert a regular chart. So that's it. We've done our ungrouped frequency distribution. I hope you got something out of this. And if you like my video, please like and subscribe. And I look forward to communicating with you in the next video.